Welcome everyone to the off-season King of the Palace, sponsored by Watch Me Suck at Bowling. This is a special edition. This is called the Ultimate Skins. And with me, Reno, Powers, Robinson, and everybody knows him, the Nuz.
Yes, I finally made it. Yes, I did.
This is Ultimate Skins. So what in the details? Box to box. Cash on the line, winners move on and face the next Final Four next time around. Let's get to the action. Welcome everyone to the off-season King of the Palace. You are witnessing the Ultimate Skins. Up first on Alley 4, Mr. Dennis Nuzzo. Now on Alley 3, Mr. Craig Powers. Dennis comes out of Saugus, Mass. His average is a 111. He's been bowling for 40 years. His high single is a 187. His high trip is a 484. Mr. Craig Powers, average is a 104. His high single is a 156, and his high trip is a 393.
Nuzzo starting with a 3-box.
Ah, looks. This is Ultimate Skin, so which means.
Nuzzo's not out of the potential for that money for that first box.
Nope.
There's the tie by Brian or Reno with that 10 by Craig.
Yep. You are listening to Mr. Sean Sears, and of course, as always, Mr. Stephen Bronchuk.
Oh, nice ball. Nice ball for Craig. Spear for Dennis.
Craig wants to make sure he's got a shot at that first skin.
Up now on alley number 4, Mr. Steve Reno Jr. His average is a 111. He's been bowling for 27 years. His high single is a 191. His high trip is a 464. And on alley 3, the number 1 seed, with an average of a 107. He's been bowling for 30 plus years. The high single 182. His high trip is the number 432.
Look at this, people.
That was luck.
Leaves the 1-3.
Throws it in the ocean and bails it out.
Steve Reno comes out of Central Park and also bowls out of Bogey Lanes. Mr. Brian Robinson bowls out of Timber Lanes and Union Street.
With that 10, the skin rolls over.
Absolutely. So Dennis is still in it.
Actually, Craig's got a strike on this next one, so unless these guys strike on the first one, Craig takes the first $10.
Yep. This is the first ever, ladies and gentlemen, Ultimate Skins.
And only you, David, can put it together.
Well, we had a little help to iron all the details out.
Right. Thank you for being modest.
Looks like Craig takes that first skin.
The concept came from Phil Caffarella.
Oh, nice shot.
And then Nuzzo and I ironed everything else out with help from other bowlers to make everything work.
It's a good thing Craig got that that strike. Everybody getting spares would have been a rollover.
Absolutely. Up now on alley 4, Mr. Craig Powers. He bowls out of Woburn Bowlerdrome and also bowls out of Metro in Malden on the summer leagues.
On the pocket.
Ooh, what a ball.
Leaving the 4-7.
Dennis Nuzzo bowls out of Sunnyside and Metro Bowl.
Come on.
He's a 7-pin. Dennis Nuzzo, who's a regular co-host on King of the Palace. And he was the only King of the Palace champion not to wear a belt when the belt was introduced.
Right.
He loves being reminded of that.
The coveted belt, David. The coveted belt. What every candlepin bowler strives to put on, Sean. It just makes your whole atmospheric feelings explode.
It's been elusive for me. Made a couple of tapings, still haven't been able to do it.
You'll get there. You never know. This game.
Craig Powers leaves a
Craig
1-3-6-7-9.
Ooh,
Leaves a
good bid.
7-pin. Dennis leaves the Cagliari. 1-3-6-10. And he leaves the Finger of God.
And Craig shooting the 7. Oh.
Now remember, folks, it's not the person that wins the most money that moves forward. It's the one that has the highest score at the end that will move on.
And right now, after 4, Craig is sitting at a 47, Nuzzo's sitting at 36.
Up now on alley 4, Mr. Brian Robinson. He bowls out of Timberlanes in Union Street. His favorite shot
Oh, and there's the strike.
It's a hammer.
is that ball right there, the strike. Steve Reno on alley 3. Bowls out of Central Park lanes and Bogey lanes. His favorite shot is single with wood or a strike. Hey, I want to have you keep writing them until you say things.
Oh, wow. Ryan with a double.
Ryan.
And then once it's on there, I'll
Oh
write it.
my goodness.
That he takes the second or fourth skin as well.
3 marks in a row for a turkey. Steve Jr. shooting a 310, better known as the baby split. Dismissed for picks. Sean, why is it always the third ball, right?
It's always easier on the third ball.
No pressure, right?
Or as I
Right.
call it, the I wish this was ball 2 moment.
Up now on alley 4, Mr. Dennis Nuzzo, and on alley 3, Mr. Craig Powers. Dennis's favorite shot is the diamond, and his least favorite shot is the 5-6-10 or the 4-5-7. Dennis out the middle of the plate, and he drops a bomb.
He's got the hammer.
Wrecks the rack.
Boy, it looks like Alley
Powers.
4's been pretty friendly. Last three boxes, all been strikes.
Craig's favorite shot is anything with favorable wood, and his least favorite shot, of course, the how does that happen moment, the spread eagle.
It's different.
Yeah. Nuzzo on alley 3, working on a strike. Oh, thought he was gonna bang it home.
Pocket hit with delete the
Leaves just
Right down the middle of the plate himself.
7-pin by itself, better known as the corner of the building shot.
He's got a lot of junk on the deck.
Chose not to play it.
I might have slapped the wood around.
Yeah.
A lot of wood down
Powell's
there.
gonna play the wood. He did. Knocked them all down.
Greg picking up the spare.
5, 6, 9, 10.
Nuzzo's throwing one in the ocean.
Brian's back up working on a double right now. Right now, Nuzzo's winning the skin with a strike unless one of these guys matches.
Up now on alley 3, Mr. Steve Reno. He's not bowling. He worked
Almost
for
matches.
New England Flooring.
Come on, fall down. That could have been 4 in a row in that.
And Brian Robinson is a banker.
And now he's banking on trying to remove Bob
Back to
Cagliari
back.
from the pin deck.
Absolutely right. Oh, beautiful. Pick
Shows
up.
him the door.
Full
Spare
marks
for
in a row.
Brian. 10
that called?
bucks for Junior.
Reno
Full
got a
marks in
10.
a row.
Yep.
Candlepin bowling. Better known as an eagle. Very, very difficult. Both bowlers in alley 4, Mr. 7. Spare.
Reno just a hair off the head pin.
Yeah. Both of them. Both right, yeah.
It's Ryan.
It's like I always say.
Right down the middle of the plate.
Not as easy as it looks.
It's rare to see Reno miss one of those. Ooh, good bid.
Brian leaves a 6, 9, 10. Piece of wood in front of the. Oh, beautiful
wow.
pickup.
Got a badge, Brian. David, 5 marks in a row.
He's on a tear.
He's at a 91 plus, or 91 half, 101 plus.
And how many skins has he actually won?
He's only won 2.
Surprisingly, isn't it?
People, we got a badge going. George over here checking out.
Up now on Alley 4, Mr. Craig Powers. When he's not bowling, he's a software developer.
Oh no.
It almost happened.
Spread eagle minus a claw. And then,
How did
there's
that
the full
happen?
As soon as we talked about it.
Nuzzle hits the head pin and gets it. How does that happen? One gets a
Little
spread
league
eagle
there.
minus a claw, and the other one gets the whole eagle.
Ooh, that was a good try.
When Craig is not bowling, he actually does curling. Now there's the first one that I've ever heard. Curling.
That's different.
I like that sport.
I wonder where he does that.
I'll have to ask him.
Sean, both bowlers hit
He
the
likes
head
to
pin.
show that he has big stones.
Both of them getting,
Both get penalized. Throw the ball 60 feet, hit your object, and get penalized.
Yeah, but
Where
then it's
else
got a little harder. Oh, nice pick
oh,
try.
they both bail out 9s.
When Dennis is not bowling, he's a letter carrier for the United States Postal Service. We're still waiting for him to go postal. He also collects, and this is kind of scary for a letter carrier, swords and knives.
That's because
And
you
he
can't
also
bring the
enjoys
gun.
movies and bowling.
Oh, that's important.
Oh, he's got the hit. Oh.
Oh, he got screwed.
It's one mailman that I will not mess with.
Dennis Nuzzle fired into the 1-3 pocket and just left the kingpin, the 5-pin. And Craig shooting for spade. Oh,
He might steal it. Oh, just squeaked by the 5.
Those singles have been a little bit of trouble for Dennis so far.
Dennis Nuzzle's missed a couple of single pin
Hey,
spears.
you only got one? What are we off? Shot level?
Okay, here it is, people. George, Sean, David. Very rarely do we see 6 marks in a row.
What do we call that one? At the bronze chuck?
That's a bronze chuck.
That's a bronze chuck.
Thank you, Sean. I'll take full credit for naming it that.
It's been a long time since we've seen one of those.
I think it was our last show. Who was that fellow who bowled 8 marks out of 10? Nick? No. Who won the doubles?
I hear it.
Both have $10 worth of skins. Nuzzo's at $5, and we have a $5 carryover from the last box. So this box is worth $10, and it's only a 9 box right now. So very possible one of these guys could take it.
6 on the score for Brian. Come on, people. Let's hope that he gets to 6 marks in a row. So
I think we got all the niceties out. Brian, when he's not bowling, he's enjoys poker and Magic the card game.
Nice.
When Reno's not bowling, he enjoys hiking, basketball, and of course sleeping. Who doesn't enjoy sleeping?
10 is good enough by Reno to take the skin.
Also, he wants to give a shout out to New England Flooring. If you need any wood laid, call him.
Not gonna touch that one. That's what it says. Ooh, that was almost a how did that happen?
Yeah. That's a spread eagle with a claw.
That is a how does it
You
happen.
hit the head pin and leave that.
I think we've
I
lost
just
Dave.
couldn't see that it did.
Sean, I got no explanation.
Oh, right through the hoop, no
my
grease.
goodness.
Oh, good bid by Junior.
What a game.
If Junior makes this single pin, it's another carryover.
What's an 8-9?
Ryan sliding it over. Oh!
Wow.
Comes out of it with a 9 blocks.
And with that 10, we have a carryover.
Unbelievable.
Everybody has won money so far.
Excellent. Even Nuzzo?
Even Nuzzo.
Ah.
It's that one time he hit the head pin.
What's he get 5? Oh.
Dennis Nuzzle.
Oh, Nuzzo got tired of shooting at that
he's
single
got the
pin.
strike. That's 5 strikes now on that 4. And look at this. Craig Powers buries the 1-3 and leaves the aces and 8, Sean. That's any 2
Two and two?
split 2 and 2, yeah. It's called aces and 8s. There's a good variety of them. I think there's 6, I'm not sure.
Pretty close to that, yeah.
Yeah, my memory's a little foggy now. Again. Now see, once again, I've always said, it looks easy, but it isn't.
That's why it's candlepin bowling.
That's right. He drilled that ball, and everyone thought that he'd take out the 6, and what happens? I don't understand. Okay, Dennis Nuzzle wants to double. He felt,
Almost another variation of aces and 8,
Yeah.
but he clears out the 4 pin. Oh, Craig.
Craig Powers drops 9. Tough shot for Dennis Nuzzle, people. He really wants this one. He's going to play the wood. No, it didn't go
good
over. You just never know.
He really needed that to help him
Yeah.
out too with the overall pinfall, so got him back over 100.
Where are you going with this one, Dennis? Excuse me, Sean. Way left?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
overcompensated, yeah. I mean, way right. And Dennis does the same thing. Chops off this time it's the 6 pin. Oh, wouldn't have gone anyhow. If he hit that.
Just wasn't there.
My goodness. All right.
So with that, Reno is back up on lane 4. Brian back on lane 3.
9th box, the foundation box in bowling.
Yep. Right now, Nuzzo's got the skin with the strike, so
And Brian gets a gift.
Nuzzo
We
will
throw
take that
to the
skin.
left and gets a spare leave. Steve Reno Jr.
Oh, what a bid.
Nice
What
shot.
a shot.
What was that? The 210?
That was the 210, yeah.
Yep. Nice shot. Skinned it right over. Very, very difficult. Okay, the finger of God up here for Brian. And 9 box. Look good, George. George Fifi up here watching the action.
Six on the field by Junior.
Another tough shot.
Yeah,
This is a little bit left. Leaves the one.
Spare
Nice
shot.
spare by Brian. Brian takes that last skin.
He dropped 6. He's got 150 game.
Oh! If you're gonna leave it anywhere.
No, I'm not saying anything, people.
After the first game, Brian has a 148 with 3 skins. Nuzzo has a 109 with 3 skins. Reno has a 108 with 2 skins, and Craig has a 107 with 2 skins.
I have no. I ain't got a clue how it works.
Johnny. We're going up to Collins's tomorrow, about 3 o'clock. You're not busy?
I can't make it.
Okay.
I'm gonna be down at Town Hollings.
Did they start?
You know what I gotta do?
Yes, this is the start of the second game. Oh,
If you don't mind,
Nuzzo
give
is
me
a
your
little
phone.
bit left. Craig shooting at Spread Eagle -1. Oh, good bid. Leaves the 2 on the left. And Nuzzo finishes that box with a 7. And Craig with a 9. Nuzzo did come in as the 4 seed at a 622. Craig as the 3 seed at a 634.
We generally go in
Great
seven.
ball by Nuzzo. Leaves the 3-7, but has a lot of help up there.
Dennis Nuzzo duck pins once.
Craig a little bit off to the left. Leaves the 4 horsemen plus the 8 pin. That's what we call the Caleri. Great shot by Nuzzo.
See, if you show Bob the back door.
7 in the first.
Or the front.
Oh, good try.
No. He shut the door, but his arm was still in it.
So I'll give you a call to make sure it's open. You know what call this is.
Niner.
With that, we have Reno Jr. back on lane 4 and Brian Robinson back on lane 3. Brian coming off of a hot first game.
I must say, I agree.
Oh,
Not every day we see a 148.
No. Reno throws it in the ocean, but leaves the diamond up front.
Yep, diamond up front.
Gets a nice little break out of it. Brian tried the same. It didn't quite work out for him.
Brian left the. He left the MK left.
Yep.
The MK.
Leaves the 9-10 on the second ball.
Oh.
Junior gets a 9 box, which is good for top 9. Oh,
Ball went up and over the pin, Sean.
9 box is a tied skin too.
Oh.
It's rare that you get a carryover on a 9. Oh wow.
No.
Spread eagle plus 2 claws.
Spread eagle with 2 claws. And then Brian gets his
Then Brian goes half
half
listed.
to the left.
Oh, he trips.
Oh, one
Brian somehow tripped out the 9.
9-2. Where else? How can you take 2 pins on the left side and a pin on the right side?
Well, good bid by both of them. Reno gets an 8 for 17 after 2. And Brian joins him with 17 after 2. Nuzzo takes that skin.
All right, both bowlers getting squared away here. A little extra time. I want to point out once again, it's summertime, but you can still go bowling. Never stops. Dennis,
Just like the King of the Palace, it never stops.
That's right. Oh, nice ball
nice ball by
Dennis.
Nuzzo.
Come on, kick it. Kick it.
There we
Yes.
go.
A messenger, that's called a messenger, people. A pin rolls into the last 1 or 2 or 3 pins and knocks them down. And he gets a messenger strike. Strikes are welcome, Sean. Who cares?
I will take a strike no matter how it goes. Any day of the week. Ooh.
The way
Right
I
back through
analyze
the hole.
canopy bowling is strikes are welcome, but spins.
Reno Junior. 3 or 4. Thank you. Craig with a 4 box there. Chops out the 2 pin and goes through the hole twice.
All right, Craig powers up.
He's really working that 2 pin right now.
And yeah,
Right now he's at Miola's ice cream stand.
then the silver going for a double. This just was
While
the
Dennis
pin.
brings Bob Caleri along to enjoy it.
Oh man.
Looks like he went for a second serving.
6 on the fill by Nuzzo.
Jeff Smith.
And the 4 horsemen.
Craig with a 3 box. Craig is struggling right now.
And then, as they call it here, the finger of God.
With that, we have Maattala back.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Did you miss me? I think I missed me. Up now on alley 4, Mr. Brian Robinson. And on alley 3, Mr. Steve Reno Jr.
You can tell Dave was gone for a little while. He forgot all the bowlers' names.
They flip-flopped the order, right?
I don't remember, to be honest. Ooh.
Half wish to the right.
No, they didn't.
Nuzzo, with his strike, takes that skin as well.
Oh! Pretty when it goes.
spare by Reno?
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Nice shot.
Just scoots by the 7 pin.
You might be surprised to know, Nuzzo's actually got the most skins right now.
Really?
He's got 6 skins, $30 coming to his way.
Nice.
And I guess the peanut gallery doesn't realize that we can hear everything they're saying.
It's like the king of the palace.
Oh,
What a Reno the hammer.
Although I think I got it
Side pocket hit people.
pitched more away from the peanut gallery, so it's just a muffle.
Oh, Brian
What
picked
a
up
ball
a
by
spare.
Brian. Brian found his groove again.
Coming up now on alley 4, the Nuz. He wants to give a shout out to his kids, Michelle, Haley, and DJ, and he'd like to see more sponsors.
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
Look at this. The 6-pin actually spluttered itself. See it, John?
Yep.
It became
Still
halfway up.
wobbling too.
Yeah.
Hits the 4-pin, leaves
Well,
it a
else
nice
can,
little
the
lead.
pin actually rotated and never went down.
Oh, thought he had
Make sure
it.
it went down this time though. Leaves the
Powers
2-pin
up.
by itself. Oh, Craig.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Nice
nice.
shot by Craig Powers, people.
What did Nuzzo get? I'm sorry. Did Nuzzo take the 10?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dennis Nuzzle on the head pin leaves a spread eagle minus a claw. You know, looked up in the sky, people. Looking up to the bowling gods.
Craig gets a 5 on his fill.
Oh, cherry picking.
So at the
Chopped
half,
out the 4.
Craig had a 40, and Nuzzo has a 62. I did a recap of that.
Okay.
Nuzzo gets an 8 box, putting him at 70.
And Craig Powers shooting a 1-6-10 for 10 and takes out the 6 and the 10 for 9.
Up now, Mr. Steve Reno Jr. on alley 4 and Mr. Brian Robinson on alley 3. You are watching King of the Palace, sponsored by Watch Me Suck at Bowling, and this is the first ever Ultimate Skins, where it doesn't matter how many boxes you win, it's what you do at the end that counts.
Drops 8, leaves the 2.
Oh,
2-4.
He decided to take a stop at Miola's ice cream stand.
Reno picked up the spare.
Yeah, nice shot.
Now let's see if Brian can pick up the half Worcester. Oh, wow. Little tin.
For those of you not in the area, I believe that is where in between here and Worcester.
The Sterling ice cream. Yeah.
Nice bailout by Brian.
Oh, and a 10 box.
So I believe that is the halfway point to Worcester from here is Miola's ice cream.
So that is a carryover.
Steve Reno up on lane number 4, box number 6. Going for 4 in a row. Finds the head pin. Oh my goodness.
Almost gets it on the first
He
ball.
leaves the,
He's the 4 pin with a piece of wood up front.
fills the spare with a 9.
Brian leaves the 1-7.
And there it
Pick up the
is. 4
spare.
marks in a row. He's got what, Sean?
He has a badge. No,
Eagle.
that's an eagle.
Yeah.
Ah.
Badge is 5.
I'll
we're
learn it
getting there.
eventually.
We're getting there, Sean.
Oh, Brian picks it up.
He skimmed that
Nice
head
pick.
over. Nice shot, Brian. Nice shot.
Up now on alley 4, Mr. Craig Powers, and on alley 3, Mr. Dennis Nuzzo.
Well, we've seen some excellent bowling, people. The greatest sport in the world, bar none. Frustrating, annoying, but it's you throwing the ball down, hitting the pins. No,
This isn't your normal King of the Palace where at the end you win the belt. Ultimate Skins, there is no belt, just cold hard cash.
You know this will be the time Nuzzo wins it again.
Yep.
when he can't win it.
Don't say that too loud. He'll have nightmares.
He that's right, Bill and nightmares. Oh, he just nailed the spare. Okay, Dennis with the spare. Craig shooting for 10.
We had a handicap qualifier, and everything else is all scratch.
So how do people advance in this one, Dave?
They advance by the highest score going. It doesn't matter how much money you win or how many skins you win. It's the total number of pins at the end will make you advance.
How many are advancing? Is it going to be 1, 2?
We're gonna have the top 2 advance, and then next week we'll have the top
2 more?
The next 4 go.
Is that how you're doing it?
The next 2, and then
The next 2, so
Yeah.
the top 2 here will play the 5th and 6th team,
yes, sir.
and then the following week will be against the 7th and 8th.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then we'll tally up the winner.
difficult spare here for Craig Powers, people.
We have a really tight race now for the top 3. Oh, good bid.
Had the right idea, just didn't kick him that ball. Yeah.
Ooh, just scooch right by. That's what she
That was
said.
a wide left. And Craig Powers gets it.
Picks up the 10 box.
For 10. Once again, Sean, one ball, 2 lane, right?
Yep. That's how it
It's
always
always
is.
the 3rd ball.
So Craig is at a 68 after 8. Nuzzo's sitting at 96. He's got a good shot at that top 3. Brian's working on a spare 58 plus. Reno on an 86 plus.
Leaves the 5 pin with a whole bunch of jokers.
Nice first ball. Steve Reno Jr.
Strike will take the skin.
Leaves the 2 pin. Hits the head pin, leaves the 2 pin. Don't see that too often. Brian
Brian
gets the
picks up the
spare.
spare.
Back-to-back spare.
Oh, Reno just scooted by the 2.
This is actually our longest carryover right now. We'll be at $20 in the next box. 4 skins.
Nice.
Steve Reno almost had the badge. Almost.
I have a different way of doing this for the next one, but this was just a little bit complicated. I think
Okay, Brian Robinson gonna fill the spare.
this way will be better.
Veteran candlepin bowler, 3-step approach, drops the arm and
Off to the left.
wide left drops.
Reno punches right out the middle.
7 on the spare. Steve Reno's left a 6, 7, 8, 10 with wood. We go on his. Oh, we'll let Brian shoot first.
On Reno's, I'm probably going where the 2 front ones meet.
Right in the middle.
Oh, the 10 pin stands.
Wow.
How did the 10 pin stand up, Sean?
not
I
the
know,
pin I
it wasn't hit. I know.
It's not the pin I would have thought, though.
How the 10 pin stood up was it went into the pin setter, dropped it down, and
Dennis
then
Nuzzle will tell you
went
people.
back up.
The reason it's still up is because nothing hit it.
So the pin setter made it stand up. That's how it stood.
Another carryover, too. We're at $25 going into the last 2 boxes.
Nice. Up now in alley 4, Mr. Dennis Nuzzo.
He's bowling 9th box, the foundation box. He's at 94,
96.
96, excuse me.
Right down the middle of the plate.
And
Oh!
may
He used
have
the 9
strike,
pin
no.
with a lot of wood in front of
I
it.
didn't see that sleeper when it went.
Craig Powers, he finds the head pin and he drops 9.
With a lot of wood. That
But he's got a
starting to
shot
clear
right
out.
at the pin.
Yeah, but this
Which
could hurt
we always
Dennis if he
want.
hits it wrong.
You never know about the wood.
Great read by Dennis.
Yeah, played the wood.
All Craig has to do is ride the wood.
And
There you go.
both bowlers playing the wood, people. No rule in candlepin bowling says which way you're gonna make it. Right, Sean?
That's why I use it all the time when I can.
Yeah, if your accuracy is a little off and the wood's there, play it.
Play it. Okay, here we
A little
go.
bit of a safety net.
10th box. Both bowlers up for the fill. And Dennis finds the head pin.
Dennis
He
wrecks
hits
the
hammer.
rack.
Oh, nice ball. Craig Powers wide right. Too bad. Drops 3.
The way that was initially falling, it looked like it was going to be a train wreck. But
Yeah.
it didn't work out that way.
Craig leaves the 1-3-5-8 going into his
Very
last
difficult.
ball.
I want to get out of this one.
If you can get a
Hopefully,
9.
maybe a 9.
All viewers on George's page, tune in to King of the Palace. Subscribe to it. Tell us where you're from, what you're watching, who you're watching it with, where you're watching it. You want a shout out? Ask. King of the Palace will be returning in September.
Oh, then they're shooting for the double. Now, Sean, we have a 610 left here for a spare, a piece of wood right up against the 6-pin.
The way it's straightened out, you could pretty much go right at the 10
We
pin.
call that Don wood. And look at what happens.
Ouch.
Wow.
Dennis Nuzzle, people, is
You know,
standing
to
there
be honest with
looking
you,
at it.
looking at that wood,
I would have gone right at the 10 pin.
I probably would have angled that. I probably would have hit the angled wood.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Was the dead wood right up against the
It came up to
6?
the lip.
Yeah, it came up a little bit. I would have.
Okay,
I
I
probably
missed
would have
that.
tried to hit the angle
Okay, yeah, I missed that.
and try to sweep the leg, Johnny.
So
Okay.
right now, Craig finished with a 194. Dennis finished with a 244.
Oh,
Wow.
There's our friend Bob again.
Oh, man, Rex a rack.
Brian just won a $25 skin right there. Which actually puts Brian in the lead for the overall prize money so far.
Ryan with a clutch strike in the ninth.
And the opportunity to move on.
It looks like Reno Jr. will need a mark to advance. Brian is already in. He is ahead of Nuzzo.
Okay, Steve Reno up. 10th box. Finds the 1-3
Oh.
pocket. Drops 6.
Hey, it's not a bad leave. Everything's all set right up for him.
Brian drops 8. Leaves 210. Oh, I can't blame you, Steve. Excuse me, Sean. He's got 4 pins up. He hits the head pin, his object pin, and he
goes
gets
straight
1.
through.
I don't understand it. I know. It's Candlepin Bowl.
That's how it goes.
Right through the middle. 4 pins. George, you saw it. 4 pins up. It's the head. His object gets 1. What do we got, Sean?
So with that, Brian finishes with a 271, Reno Jr. with a 240, Nuzzo with a 244, and Craig with a 194. So it looks like Brian and Nuzzo will be advancing.
Nice. Nuzzle will be happy about that.
Craig took 2 skins for $10. Reno took 3 for $15. Nuzzo took 7 skins for $35, and Brian took 8 for $40.
Nice.
Final amounts would be 10.
As mentioned, Dennis Nuzzo and Brian Robinson are moving on, facing the next 2 people down the ladder. So who are they? And how will it go? There's only one way to find out, and watch the next edition of King of the Palace Summer Edition.